there, and welcome to another episode of Head to Head. This time, it's a bit of a no-brainer, but it's full of heart because we're talking about two of the most powerful American cars of all time. With 580 horsepower, the ZL1 is the most potent Camaro you can get. But with 707 horsepower, the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat is from another planet. But can the Hellcat put the power down? Can the suddenly outgunned ZL1 rise up and crush its red rival? You know what I say here, there's only one way to find out. For this episode, we have chosen to come up to beautiful Marin County. Why? Well, California's got the best roads in the world, man, and we want to show them all to you. But here we are on top of Mount Tamalpais, or as the locals call it, Mount Tam. And we got our buddies at the CHP to close down the road in both directions. So if you see me going over the double yellow line, that's because we're doing it on purpose. So save your comments for my beard. I'm driving the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, and what a machine. What is it? There's so many Camaros. You got the SS, you got the 1LE, you got the mighty Z28. Well, the ZL1 is actually the most powerful of all of them. That's because they took a Cadillac CTS-V and kind of stuffed it up under a Camaro body. I'm not kidding. This is the same 6.2 liter supercharged LSA motor, only instead of making 556 horsepower like the Caddy does, this makes a healthy 580. Torque remains the same, 553 pound-feet of torque. All that routed through a 6-speed manual transmission, the same Tremec you'd find in the Caddy, and this has the Cadillac's magnetic ride suspension, actually just like you'd find in Caddies or Corvettes or Ferraris or some Audis. But yeah, that's what it is. This is kind of like the big GT Camaro, right? The 1LE, that's a track special. The Z28, that's a giant killer track special. But you know, it's a cruiser. I've got these nice, they're nicely bolstered seats. They're comfortable. I've got an Alcantara wrap steering wheel, just like in the CTS-V. This is a nice place to do some business. Badass car, man. I mean, it's just nothing at all wrong with this. I mean, this is a driver's car, par excellence. This is, you know, you could drive this, you could drive this forever. So, you know, until the Hellcat showed up, this is kind of the king of the muscle cars. The Hellcat, though, things start to get interesting. Are there differences between the cars? Sure, this is lighter. At 4,050 pounds, this is actually lighter than something. Believe it or not, it's about 400 pounds lighter. Really, the big downfall of, you know, the Camaro is just the engine. I mean, you know, what world do we live in where 580 horsepower is slow? This is the year of 2015 when 580 horsepower honestly feels slow. It's crazy, but it's true. Now, steering, I think the ZL1 has better steering. It's a little bit lighter, and again, the car is lighter. The Hellcat also sounds better. Now, this has a kind of a better at idle kind of lump, lump, lump. Racier cams, I don't know what it is, but you can't really hear the supercharger on this. I love the crazy psycho whine of the Hellcat. This one, it's a little more buttoned down, a little bit more of a GT. It's more of a gentleman's car. I'm not sure what the Hellcat is. I mean, it's like for, you know, like a chainsaw killer or something. This is good. It's just somehow, and again, compared to any other car, it wouldn't be, but somehow it's ordinary? Is that the right word? Is this ordinary? The Hellcat, it just messes with your head, you know what I mean? It's a crazy car. America. First we went to the moon, then we built the Hellcat. Hyperbole, I know, but seriously, the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat is a wonder of the modern world. Yes, engine, 707 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque, and that's not the half of it. We took this to a dyno. It makes way more than that. You know, figuring out drivetrain loss is a black art, but this is a heavy-duty version of the ZF 8-speed transmission, so figure the drivetrain loss is at least 15%, if not more, meaning this car is making about 750 horsepower and 700 pound-feet of torque. It's insane. They could have just, wiped their hands, called it a day, and gone home. But you know what? They didn't. What Dodge did was they gave it real suspension. It handles great. In our figure 8, 24.7 seconds. That's quick. That's really quick. It's got brakes. They put on massive Brembo brakes, so it stops. Muscle cars traditionally don't do any of those things. So this is great. It's a total package. I mean, listen to the exhaust. Listen to the whine from that. I don't even know if it's street legal supercharger. It's crazy. And it looks good. They redesigned it for 2015, and this thing, it's got that one fog light that's actually an air intake, just gaping mauve of front end, just 2 black stripes, black tires. It's just a sinister looking car, and it's great on the inside. I'm sitting in this baseball glove leather seat, and I've got this great display, including my favorite, this page here. It's one of the performance pages, and if you hate the metric system like I do, you'll love this page. I mean, I've got miles per hour, I've got horsepower, I've got pound-feet of torque, I've even got inches of mercury. Inches of mercury. I mean, if this was metric, I'd have something like, centimeters of misery. But this is just such an American car. Yes, the stereotype of the loud, ugly American is maybe personified a bit too much, but who cares? This car is just awesome. So, versus the Camaro, do these cars match up? Well, look, the Camaro ZL1, that's a hell of a car. It's a great road car, it's comfortable, it's fast. The problem is that the Hellcat makes it feel slow. And think about that for a second. A 580 horsepower car feels slow when compared to this thing. It boggles my mind. 580 horsepower used to be monumental, but here we are, basically on top of the power pyramid, and I just don't know what can compete with it. The ZL1 hit 60 miles an hour in 3.9 seconds. The Hellcat hit 60 miles an hour in 3.7 seconds. The ZL1 runs the quarter mile in 12.2 seconds at 116.6 miles per hour. The Hellcat runs the quarter mile in 11.7 seconds with a trap speed of 125.4 miles per hour. Braking from 60 to 0 is accomplished in 100 feet. The big Dodge stops from 60 miles an hour in 109 feet. Both cars are pretty good at road holding, with the Camaro having an advantage, being able to pull 0.99 Gs of max lateral acceleration to the Hellcat's 0.94 Gs. The Camaro ZL1 can run our figure 8 course in 24 seconds flat with an average lat G of 0.85. The Challenger Hellcat can run the figure 8 course in 24.7 seconds with an average lateral acceleration of 0.85 Gs. We decided that since we had the road closed down in both directions, why not stage a little road race? Both cars ran the 3/4 of a mile road course in 38 seconds. The Hellcat's power advantage was able to overcome its 400-pound weight penalty. Lesson learned: in the real world, both cars are evenly matched. As for the burnout contest, the clear winner is the Hellcat. That's what's so crazy about the Hellcat, is it just changes everything. Everybody has to go back to the drawing board because of this car. I remember the first time I drove one. I had to go pick it up in downtown Los Angeles. I go about 10 feet and I'm just struck by the sensation that this is special. And there's a few cars, a handful of them, that you have the same reaction. On top of my head, the Audi S8, the Camaro Z28, the Porsche GT3, you know, they're just sprinkled with that powdered unicorn horn. They're just special machines, and the Hellcat is definitely fits that mold. I remember you get to a stop sign, and across the intersection from me, there's a white Bentley, and the thought that goes through my head is like, oh, you poor little Bentley, you've only got 600 horsepower. I hope you can make it across the intersection. And that's what this car does to you. You know, it's a paradigm shifter. I mean, it's just one of the most incredible cars ever made. And for that reason, and everything else we've talked about, the Dodge SRT Hellcat wins this head-to-head. Look, if you're building a sledgehammer, all it has to do is smash stuff. And trust me, the Hellcat smashes everything. I like that, like, rambunctious, obnoxious, over the top, don't give a damn, you know, full speed ahead kind of mania of the Hellcat. You know what I say here, there's only one way to find out. You know what I say here, there's only one way to find out. Ready? Hi there, 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 hi there.